or the Draco Meteor, which that does come out. Perfect. I was about to say that did so much. Today, we're going to be using a Salamence Palafin Rain team that got to top 4 at the San Diego Regional Championship. Let's see how the team performs. This team features Rain with Palafin. Life Orb Salamence is great with Intimidate and Tailwind support that can do a lot of damage. Pelipper can set up 8 turns of Rain, which is great for Palafin boosted water moves, but also helps with almost every Terra type on the team is weak against fire moves, and non-Terra types have 3 fire weaks on this team with Amoonguss, Goldengo, and King Gambit, so Rain helps the team defensively. King Gambit and Goldengo are great steel types that do a lot of solid damage, while Amoonguss helps against Dondozo and other general threat. If you would like to check out the creator or the details of the team, they will be linked in the description down below. Stonejourner, Azumarill, Dragonite, Murkrow, Amoonguss, Goldengo. Okay, so some very interesting picks right here. I'm pretty okay with this combination, I think, for the most part. No Palafin here, I think. I think Salamence is pretty decent here. I do like King Gambit as well. I like Goldengo as well. There's a lot of Pokemon I like. I definitely like Amoonguss. I like the King Gambit, and I like the Goldengo. Those are for sure. The last one's a little bit tricky because I actually don't know if I want to bring Salamence or Pelipper, or I just don't think I don't bring Palafin. I just don't think it's really that great here. Trying to figure out what's the safest here. It's probably Amoonguss. I think it's Amoonguss plus Salamence lead, and then in the back King Gambit and the Goldengo. I guess it's a little bit awkward if they lead like Goldengo Amoonguss, yet I don't know if that's going to be the case against my team, but we'll see how this matchup goes, because I don't know. Stonejourner Dragonite is pretty interesting. I think I faced something similar to this before, and I just remember Goldengo was able to pretty much dominate. So Murkrow, Goldengo lead here. Oh yeah, this is also another option that I didn't really prepare for. Okay, so I lead my Salamence plus my Amoonguss here. Very weird, very weird. Because like I had King Gambit as a play. I think it's just King Gambit here and just go for the protect with Salamence turn 1. I can Pollen Puff heal in the future turns. I don't know if they're going to go for the Terra immediately. I could expect Taunt, I think. Taunt plus Make It Rain seems very strong right here, I think, for the most part. So that's why I'm going to go into King Gambit, because this Elvis King Gambit should be able to tank it just fine. And then I'll just draw off the Kato Cleaves, bring back Amoonguss, and hopefully it's just Pollen Puff next to my King Gambit. I think that's the goal right now. Wish I kind of led the King Gambit because King Gambit was pretty strong right here. Yeah, I wasn't sure if they really Goldengo right off the bat. We protect our Ments here. Gonna be no Terra. We're gonna see Shadow Ball actually coming out into the Salamence slot in case I did go for the Terra Steel, I suppose. All right. And Foul Play into the Salamence as well. So perfect turn. Even though the lead didn't work out, this ends up working out perfectly for me here. Did they have a Dark type switch? They had a Azumarill, but that's really it. So just gonna go for the Kato Cleave. Don't see a reason not to. Don't be some random Focus Blast, not Specs variant. I'm going hard back into Amoonguss because like Amoonguss is just super safe. I could go for Tailwind, but I don't really see a reason to get a Tailwind up. I just go Amoonguss because I can always just Pollen Puff and threaten Spore Pressure the following turns. And they might go out into Azumarill, and I have Leaf Storm for the Azumarill, so yeah, exactly. So Azumarill comes in, Tailwind goes up. I get some free damage into the Azumarill with the Kato Cleave, and I also have Leaf Storm, so I can just go for a Leaf Storm here, which is very safe here. I could also Terra Grass, but I don't want to get rid of my resist right here. This is Salamence and a Leaf Storm. Yeah, I don't know if this is Taunt from the Murkrow. This could be Taunt from the Murkrow. I don't want to risk Superpower plus Terra Grass here. If they don't Terra, I get a Leaf Storm off in the Azumarill, which I think is pretty good. I think I just make a lot of mid-grounds by covering this play, and I cover a lot of options like Terra Grass. I cover Taunt. So bring out the Salamence with Intimidate. If they go for a... I guess if they go for Play Rough, but I don't think they Play Rough this slot. We're going to see a Terra here. I think this is Terra Grass. Should be Terra Grass here, I'd imagine. We are going to see the Terra. Yep, Terra Grass. I want to say this is Terra Grass Superpower. That makes the most sense to me. This could be Liquidation. I don't think he would Play Rough here and risk a miss, but we'll see. If I'll play my Amoonguss, okay. Ice Spinner into my Amoonguss as well. Okay. That is all right for me. All right, so that means it shouldn't be super powered in because Ice Spinner usually it's either Ice Spinner or super power on Assault Vest sets. Okay. So I could just protect my Salamence here. I'm going to go back into King Gambit, get some Regenerator health. And then maybe I'll just go out into Golden Go afterward. Yeah, Golden Go is like a super safe play. And maybe start getting some damage into the Murkrow because I haven't gotten any damage to Murkrow. And just having Murkrow around with the Haze is a little bit awkward. But then again, I can just keep focusing on the Azumarill slot. And they really have not been able to punish my... they really not have been able to punish at all. So, should be fine. I'm just playing a really slow defensive game. And really, there is not a reason not to. So, King Gambit will come out here. Gonna be protect from the Mence. Are they gonna catch this? But like, even if they catch this, what do you even go for? You don't have superpower most likely. They go for Haze. Okay, to get rid of the oh, this is Ice Spinner then. Okay. Or play rough into the Mence. Yep, okay. I mean, that works for me. I'm gonna go into my Golden Go now. Golden Go is just super safe pivot in case they Ice Spinner or not. And then I'm gonna go for the Kato Cleave into Azumarill. Haze is a little bit annoying, but the thing is, the Azumarill has just been like very easy to kind of maneuver around because they just have not been able to get a KO yet. They have not been able to get a KO. They might just Ice Spinner this turn, I think. So bring out the Golden Go. The next turn, I probably threaten a big Make It Rain. Foul play, I mean, sure. It does 33%. They play rough 2 into my Golden Go, but Golden Go wasn't taking too much. The Kato Cleave gonna come out into the Azumarill. Not a KO, but still some pretty decent damage. Leftovers healing. I think I double up the Murkrow now. Because I could just Make It Rain and Iron Head here to Murkrow. And I like that. I just get a lot of pressure into the Murkrow. They probably just, yeah, go for the Tailwind here. Maybe get some damage into King Gambit, which is okay here. Play rough into the Golden Go. They were really expecting like a Salamence swap or something, but I just had no reason to. Make It Rain into the Azumarill. I don't think I KO'd a Murkrow, but that's still like pretty big damage into Murkrow coming in. And then just got to figure out what's my next play. I think it's probably involves double switching if it's Dragonite coming in. Oh, I actually almost KO'd the Murkrow. Okay. Just gotta keep the Terra Steel around for the... Or not Terra Steel. I just gotta make sure that I still am a Steel type for the Golden Go with the King Gambit. A Golden Go coming out, which is actually kind of surprising to me. It works out for me, though. I guess a backup option for Dragonite isn't that bad. I'm just trying to figure out if they're Focus Blast or not. I guess I could just Make It Rain to Murkrow and I just Kato Cleave. Because if they're specs, they're choice specs, right? And then I KO the Murkrow. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Had a feeling. Okay. So they're locked into choice specs Focus Blast, which is fine. And foul play. Okay. So my Golden Go probably walls the Dragonite, depending on the set. We do Make It Rain here. I could have went for the Sucker Punch, but I don't think it was that big of a deal. I also really didn't want him Nasty Plot, so I think I covered for the worst. But yeah, it's obviously not super ideal that I just lost my King Gambit, which was so good in this matchup for like no reason. But I mean, I should still be perfectly fine. This is an Amoonguss in here. A Stone Journey coming out? Yeah, like, unless your Golden Go was in choice specs, I feel very confident in just being able to take this one right here. Gonna go for a Hard into Mence for the Intimidate. I'm gonna go for a Spore into the Stone Journey right here. I think Golden Go just straight up wins because I don't see these Pokemon being able to hit my Golden Go, especially unless for some reason this Golden Go isn't choice locked with Focus Blast. You just have Focus Blast on your Golden Go. That would feel bad, man, but we'll see. I'm like pretty confident they're locked in a Focus Blast. We'll confirm it this turn though. Salamence for the Intimidate on the Stone Journey is pretty big. And let's see what the Golden Go goes for. Yeah, it is definitely choice locked. So Focus Blast into the Amoonguss. That did a lot actually. A Citrus Berry heals. All right, Rock Slide, Moment of Truth. Rock Slide. I tank it extremely well, and we get the Spore off. Okay. So I think that should seal it up right here because I always just get a Draco Meteor. Well, I can miss attacks now. That is a concern. But yeah, we're going to Draco Meteor. We're going to swap into the Golden Go, I guess. I could also Pollen Puff here. I mean, do I really dodge a crit end game? Probably. So let's Pollen Puff our Golden Go. And yeah, I'm just going to Pollen Puff here. So let's see. Golden Go gonna come in. I should live one Focus Blast. And of course they could... Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Yeah, but I get the free Pollen Puff and that should seal the game. Because Stonejourner again cannot touch my Golden Go right here. And yeah, that was doing way too much damage. It has to be Specs. So Pollen Puff into Golden Go. Ooh, maneuvering around this Golden Go. And a Zubero. But this defensive core of the Intimidate is just really nice. And with Salamence, it's just really cool. We're able to go for a Shadow Ball into the Stonejourner. We can go for a... I guess we just swap into the Salamence because I think having the Regenerate is more important. Just got to make sure I never click Terra Steel. So bring out the Salamence. Another round of Intimidate. And let's see what they decide to go for here. Okay, they're still asleep. Perfect. And... I'm faster than their Golden Go, which I'm actually surprised about. Shadow Ball into Stonejourner. Focus Sash is not too surprising. Focus Blast into the Amoonguss. They actually Salamence avoids, but it's not like it really matters. It's not like it really matters. Now we just seal up the game. Shadow Ball, Draco Meteor. I guess I could Tailwind. No, Tailwind's actually safer because I can Tailwind into Shadow Ball and I don't have to risk a miss and I always just hit here. So yeah. Okay. So Jared, unfortunately you weren't able to do much. I was just able to really just play around with the team. And that's kind of the thing about like passive mons like Merkle, for instance. Sure, the haze stuff can go like really crazy and Focus Blast. They had to hope that I accidentally clicked my Terra button right there, I suppose. Maybe I do it to flex, but Shadow Ball, Draco Meteor seals up the game. That was gonna be forfeited. Yeah, Power Golden Go. It's really, really good, and I really liked it in that match. King Gambit also fantastic as well, and the Amoonguss with the Pollen Puff. Double Steel, really, really solid here. Corviknight, Raichu, Salamence, Pelipper with Barraskewda and Amoonguss. This is a very interesting and very cool team, actually. All right. So, Jet Punch looks really good, especially if I can force a weird Terra on the Mence here. What else looks pretty good here? King Gambit's weird, but with the Assault Vest, I can take attacks. My only concern is there is the Barraskewda that's pretty threatening. It's kind of weird dealing with the Corviknight though. Corviknight is very awkward. I don't have good ways of hitting Corviknight and Pelipper. I think my play here is to go with Salamence. I want to go Salamence Palafin here and just scout for what they're going to lead. And then in the back, I want to bring Pelipper and the King Gambit because Sucker Punch looks really good in the end game. I guess my only concern is I don't have a way that I'm like hitting the Amoonguss other than Hurricane, and I don't have a Spore Switch without Amoonguss, which is also concerning. Yet I don't think it's too bad because my opponent has triple flying, so Amoonguss is hard to bring. I guess Barraskewda could be like, oh, I could bring it, but then again, King Gambit could just Sucker Punch the Barraskewda after taking like a bit of chip from like Life Orb or a Jet Punch. So I don't think it'd be that bad. We'll see what my opponent decides to go for here though. Lead wise, it's going to be Salamence Amoonguss. Okay. I'm pretty happy about this lead, I think, because I can just go for a Hurricane into the Amoonguss slot, and a Terra isn't bad here. I'm trying to think of what else I would want my Terra for, and when I think about it, it's only like Palafin and the Salamence I would really want my Terra. Like, I don't think I'm Terra grassing my other mons, so let's go for that Hurricane immediately, and we're going to swap out into the Pelipper. I'm hoping that the Hurricane is able to pick up a knockout, which would be really ideal. I don't know if this is going to be Cobra Berry Amoonguss, which could be super threatening. They could also Terra their Amoonguss right away. But I don't see why I wouldn't try to go for the KO on Amoonguss, because Amoonguss is pretty scary. And I mean pretty scary. If I can get rid of that mon immediately, no redirection, I can target down anything else in the back remaining. So I like this a lot. And we will bring out the Salamence and Terra Steel. Or the Draco Meteor, which that does come out perfect. I was about to say that did so much. It was a critical hit. Okay, that's why. Which is a shame. If that's scope lens, it's a 1 out of 8 chance, but still not ideal. I do KO the Amoonguss though, which is great. All right. Oh boy, that crit's annoying. That crit is annoying. At least they're at -2, but they do get to bring in... I don't know what they bring in now. Getting rid of Amoonguss though is a pretty massive thing here though. Barraskewda, okay. I'm gonna go for... I do care about the Barraskewda. I don't care about the Mence as much. I think I just go for a Hurricane into the Barraskewda, and I think I double Hurricane actually. Yeah. I go for the double Hurricane. If I can get rid of Barraskewda, it's amazing. We're gonna see a Terra come out though from Mence. No, Barraskewda. What Terra are you? Terra Water, okay. You're not KOing the Pelipper in one shot. Unless you crit me again. Don't crit me again. Okay, Liquidation into Pelipper. There's no way this KOs. Oh my goodness, that did a lot. But yeah, even if I was not a bulky Pelipper, I still live. I'm kind of surprised about that, but okay. They go for a Draco Meteor, double up into Pelipper. Okay, they thought maybe I was going to protect or switch out the Mence, but Mence has kind of done his job at this point. And if I can lock in this Mence at -4, if it isn't a scope lens set, I'm in a pretty good spot. Hurricane should blow back this Barraskewda. Barraskewda is very frail. Yeah. Goodbye, Barraskewda. All right. What were their back options? I can't remember off the top of my head. Corviknight is one of them. I mean, I guess technically I just sent him both because I did lose both Pokemon. All right, it's a 2v2 situation, but I mean, it's not a bad spot. In Gambit and Palafin, doesn't matter which slots I put him in. Corviknight is the last mon. All right, so the Corviknight is scary, but otherwise I think we're all right. We're in the clear. We bring out the King Gambit and we bring out the Palafin. I think we just go for the Kato Cleave and the Mence, and we go for a Wave Crash into the Corviknight because it is rain boosted after all. So Kato Cleave the Mence to put in Sucker Punch range or Jet Punch range potentially, and we'll go for the Wave Crash into the Corviknight. They go for Draco Meteor. They dodge, but they weren't really doing much at -1. Or not -1, -4. Yeah, -4. Wave Crash. Yeah, as long as they didn't crit me with the Mence, we were good. Like, we were good. So, oh, Palafin just code. I mean, it's Rain Mystic Water, but yeah, Corviknight's a bulky Pokemon generally, so surprised on that one. But yeah, we can go for a Kato Cleave here in the Mence. We can go for a Jet Punch right here, and that should 100% seal up the game here at this point. That was gonna be forfeited. Oh man, the crit on the Mence turn 1 was like pretty awful, but even then, getting KOs immediately because it was like rain offense versus rain offense, and I was able to pick up the knockouts. My opponent wasn't, and my trades I think were just better in the long term. And then yeah, still had some very good pressure in the back. Excalibur, Garganical, the Golden Go, Yaskarada, Mimikyu, and Tauros. This is the top 4 team. Okay, how do we match up against this? Because I'm very curious myself. We have a few things that are really good against it, and then some things that can get a little bit awkward right here. I do like King Gambit a lot here, though. King Gambit's really solid. I like King Gambit plus Salamence actually is really good here. I do like King Gambit Salamence a lot. And in the back, I want Pelipper for the rain, I suppose, and then I don't need Palafin. Palafin doesn't do that much. I think it's probably like Amoonguss or Golden Go. And both aren't bad options just because Amoonguss Pollen Puff is really solid here. It's also great as a pivot. Golden Go is like more offensive, but it can definitely put in a lot of work. But I think I'm going to try out Amoonguss. I just got to watch out because the Garganical can be scary. I don't exactly have the best answers to the Garganical, but we'll see. I do have a lot of firepower potentially with the Pelipper, Hydro Pumps and Rain, the Hurricane from the Salamence. King Gambits, yet, yeah. The other Pokemon are probably a lot easier to handle. It's going to be specifically, can I get rid of my opponent's Pokemon fast enough and then take care of the Organical in a 3v1 or hopefully a 4v1 situation. If I go down to like a 2v1, it's probably not great unless I've already weakened my opponent's side. Excalibur Organical is going to lead. Okay. I don't remember what Terra actually, I think it was Terra Water. I do get an Intimidate off into the Excalibur and the Garganical. So I wonder if they would let, I feel like Protect Mence is super obvious here. And I mean super obvious. Do I risk that though? Because I feel like you protect Excalibur here, but maybe you Terra immediately. I think Pelipper is probably okay here. And just Ironhead to Garganical immediately. Probably a good mid ground. I'm just super scared of them clicking Ice Shard. I don't think they should click Ice Shard. I think they protect here. They could Terra immediately with the Excalibur, but I don't think that's really the option you want to go for here. So bring out the Pelipper. Bring out the Rain so I have accurate attacks. Yeah, they protected. I could have went for Draco Meteor Ironhead. I don't know if that KO'd Garganical though. Garganical is super bulky, but maybe. Oh, they double protect the Scout. Okay, so I don't mind this because Pelipper is now in a really threatening position now. Okay. I like the idea of just going for the double up into Excalibur. Excalibur is a threat, and I mean a threat. So I kind of like the idea of Hurricane and Kato cleave the Excalibur. Again, I can focus the Garganical alone. This might be the time where they go for the Terra here with the Garganical, because the Garganical is of course threatened by the Hydro Pump right here, and I would like to focus on everything around the Garganical, at least for now. So let's see, it is going to be the Terra and Garganical. I also don't think I would have KO'd with the double up, so I think this is just my best play in general. Okay, so been a nice couple of turns right here. I think Glaive Rush or Glaive Rush into the Pelipper does a lot, but Hurricane gonna do a massive amount into Excalibur. Okay, Auto Cleave is also gonna finish off the Excalibur, so Excalibur goes down. Great. All right, and Salt Cure into Pelipper. No, into the King Gambit. Okay, that's actually better for me because I get to keep my Pelipper around. All right, beautiful. Okay, I just gotta watch out because again, Garganical don't exactly have the best ways of hitting it immediately. And I do want Rain up so I can go for Hurricanes, I think, in the end game with my Salamence. This should be Meowscarada coming in. Meowscarada makes sense to me. They could go for... trying to figure out what they actually bring out here. Meowscarada makes sense to me with how fast it is. Tauros makes sense to me here because you have to be the King Gambit. Of course, I could Terra, which is a little bit awkward for them. If they go Tauros, I think I just go for a double swap here with Amoonguss and Salamence, and I think that's just a super safe play. Tauros does come out. Yep. Okay. So Amoonguss here and Salamence should be right. This should be Salt Cure into the Pelipper slots. I do get the Defiant boost, and I could go for the Terra, but I really don't think it's necessary when I have a very safe Amoonguss for the Pelipper on the Salt Cure I'm hoping for, and Salamence on the close combat that the Tauros is going for. And I could just go for like really powerful Hurricanes into either Pokemon really, because they do not have a good switch. So this is looking pretty good of a position right now. Bring out the Amoonguss, bring out the Salamence, and then next turn I could probably just Spore the Tauros slot or Pollen Puff if I... Oh, Meowscarada is like... It's kind of weird if that's Meowscarada in the back. They don't have a good swap in the last slot. I guess if it's a Golden Go, maybe. Tauros protects. Oh, that's even better for me. Okay. And a Salt Cure into the Amoonguss. All right. This is perfect, actually. I'm actually going to change my game plan. I was going to originally just Rage Powder here, but since the Tauros protected, this is a pretty safe... They were trying to scout for my Terra, most likely. Going to go into King Gambit here and Hurricane to Tauros. The Tauros is not max speed. Hurricane should be super safe. They can't go for a Terra. If they have Golden Go in the back, I put that Golden Go in range of Sucker Punch. So I could just keep going for Sucker Punch plus like Hurricane into that slot and always just be super safe for a win here. So that is my goal. If it's Meowscarada, I have an Amoonguss, so I'm not really scared of like Amoonguss could literally beat the 3 Pokemon right here at this point. And I already bring it down to Sash. Tauros gonna retreat. Golden Go? Meowscarada, okay. Still works out because I get the Hurricane off into Meowscarada. Still very solid. Retreat the Amoonguss into my King Gambit. And a Hurricane into Meowscarada. Yeah, now Salamence can kind of just spam Hurricanes over and over again against my opponent right here. They can't really switch in Tauros either safely. So they even get the confusion. Oh boy. It should be Salt Cure into the Salamence slot. Yep. Okay. Do I want to... I mean, if I'm getting... I don't think I need damage on Garganical right here. And even if they do, I don't think it's worth it regardless. Yeah, it's not worth it. I'm just gonna go for a low kick, I suppose, into the Meowscarada, because I guess it does do damage here, and I'm gonna go into Amoonguss. Because Amoonguss can just Pollen Puff. If the Meowscarada hits itself, it's fine. If the Tauros comes in, it's taking a decent hit from the low kick, which should two-shot it. And still don't know which Terra I want to go for. I guess it will be... I think it is probably going to be Terra on the King Gambit if it is the Tauros come in. Because, like, I just have no reason not to, right? Because I don't need Terra on the Salamence. It actually hurts me because I take more damage from the Soul Cure. Palafin Terra Grass does not change anything at all, so they are confused. They're probably protecting here, I imagine. Yeah, okay. It doesn't change anything. Actually, now I can go for a... what do I want to go for? Are they going to go for Soul Cure again? Are they recovering here? Probably Soul Cure into my King Gambit. Yep, okay. King Gambit takes extremely well. I'm just going to Pollen Puff my King Gambit for safety, I suppose, and go for a low kick here into the Meowscarada and go for a Pollen Puff into the King Gambit as well. If they go Tauros, they're getting caught by the low kick, and again, Leaf Storm is still putting on a lot of pressure. The thing is, Garganacl against the Amoonguss stuff is really difficult because the Garganacl is just sitting on the field. It's not doing anything, which is a pretty massive right here. So they are going to retreat to Meowscarada, which makes sense because Sucker Punch is definitely an option I can go for. Tauros is going to come out perfectly fine. And I want to Pollen Puff my Salamence and switch out. I can. I definitely can if I want to. So low kick into Tauros. Pretty decent damage. It's not a KO though. All right. I could just Terra my King Gambit though, and that's pretty safe here, I'd say. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty safe. So I'm just gonna go for a Pollen Puff into the King Gambit, and I'm just gonna go for a, I guess, a Calto Cleave. I think I just low kick the Tauros again. Yeah, there's no reason not to low kick the Tauros. So we Terra Grass the King Gambit, and we go for the Pollen Puff here into the King Gambit as well. Those Comet Crits shouldn't knock out my King Gambit after I Terra. If they go for Protect, it's fine because I'm taking less residual damage because of the fact that I'm no longer Steel type with the King Gambit. I just don't really see what they can do here. I've tried to figure out, okay, how do you get out of the situation? And the thing is, they really don't. So Terra here. Just so close combat. Like, I really don't need my Terra in this game. Like, my Terra was really not that great here in this match. So bring out the King Gambit. I wonder how much Calto Cleave does to the Garganacl. Probably like 30% afterward. Close combat gonna come out. Yeah, like as you can see, I even survived a crit. And now because they're defense drop, I'm able to go for a Pollen Puff into the King Gambit. The low kick is going to finish off the Tauros. I can go for a Pollen Puff into the King Gambit. I can go for a... I have a few options, I suppose. But yeah, like after this Pollen Puff, I just heal back way too much HP for them to actually come back. Yeah. What is there out here? I'm trying to figure out their out. I think I just Pollen Puff. I think I just Pollen Puff the King Gambit. Actually, do I? I'm trying to figure out because it's probably like Knockoff. Knockoff is like the one move that can screw me over, right? Yeah, I want to say Knockoff is the one move that could screw me over. So I think I have to Sucker Punch this time around. I want to Sucker Punch and Pollen Puff. I don't think they Sucker Punch the King Gambit. And I just, yeah, I think this is okay. I Sucker Punch here. Like, Meowscarada, and it looks like they did try to go for knockoff because I think their only way of trying to come back in this was like critting my Amoonguss with like a knockoff and being able to clear the board. But yeah, this should just guarantee to win now. With Soul Cure into the Amoonguss, Pollen Puff into the King Gambit. Yeah, like pretty sure we have this sealed. Rain stops. I'm gonna set it up back with Pelipper, and hopefully Salamence is going to be able to take care of the Garganacl, but a pretty rough to handle Garganacl in general. We're gonna go into Amoonguss though, or go into Palafin. Actually, do I have to even right now? Maybe I just Pollen Puff it again. Yeah, I'm just gonna Pollen Puff again. I was gonna be forfeited. Okay, they kind of realized Salamence Hurricane endgame was gonna be too strong there, so nice. That definitely. I mean, I was just like trying to figure out, okay, how do I guarantee this? I need the rain up for sure so I could actually go for the hurricanes. Make sure I don't get stalled out of Life Orb with recover stalls, but then I just Pollen Puff, I suppose, and then I'm fine for the most part. And yeah, like as long as I had a Moongus around and I had like switches, I was pretty comfortable, but Palafin might have been in range of Sulker just going down to the recoil afterward. Amoonguss, Mousehold, Palmo, Tatsugiri, the Dondozo, and Golden Go. All right, so what do I want to go here? I don't know what the exact matchup for it. I mean, I do have Palafin with Haze, which is actually pretty good. So it's probably like a combination of like Palafin, Amoonguss, Kingambit's probably brought here. Is it Kingambit or is it Golden Go? I think it's probably no rain mode, right? I mean, Salamence Intimidate isn't bad here. Like, it really is not bad at all. It's also like something that has to be Tatsugiri, and that's actually like decently important to me. I'm trying to decide because Kingambit's only good for the Golden Go, and that is a legitimate threat. I think it's probably like Palafin plus Kingambit here. No, is it Golden Go? I don't really like Golden Go too much. It's only for the Amoonguss. And I do have Switch. You know what? I'm gonna go with Palafin and the Kingambit. With Amoonguss and the Salamence in the back. I want to Intimidate because the Palmo seems pretty scary. I actually kind of should have led probably the Salamence now that I think about it. I think Intimidate lead was just better. I'm trying to figure out how I play around Fake Out and Close Combat, plus with Golden Go make it rain. I think having Amoonguss in the back was better, but we'll see. Okay. Let's see what their lead is here. Palmo, Golden Go. Yeah, this is pretty much what I was expecting lead-wise here. All right. Kingambit, Palafin. All right. Viterra here is really awkward. I guess the question is, are you going to target the Palafin? I feel like you never target the Palafin. So I think I could probably get a flip turn off in the Palmot. I want to say this is like Close Combat or Fake Out into the Kingambit slot. Maybe even Double Shock that slot. Although I am risking a lot here, I suppose. Yeah, I should have led the Salamence. I regret not letting the Salamence immensely. I think I go Amoonguss here and... Oh, I don't know the Close Combat Fake Out. That's my only problem. I'm going to go for a Kato Cleave immediately into the Golden Go. I need damage in Golden Go really badly. Yeah, kind of an awkward... Yeah, this is very awkward. I really regret not leading like Salamence Palafin. Salamence Palafin was actually really good because I could probably just like went hard into Kingambit on for the Salamence slot. All right, no Terra on their side, which makes sense. I don't know if they're going for the Double Shock. If they go for Double Shock in the Palafin, that's amazing for me, but I just have no idea if that's going to be the case. I just don't think I risk it. The only problem is, of course, the Kingambit doesn't resist to make it rain anymore, which is actually really bad, but we'll see. They Fake Out. Okay. So I could have not Terra'd, but I don't think I risked that. Here comes a Make It Rain. I do take it really well with the Citrus Berry. This isn't too bad, I guess, because I can go for a Sucker Punch into a Pollen Puff. I think that's all right. I'm trying to think of, is this the play? Yeah, I think that's the play. Pollen Puff, the Kingambit. We're going to Sucker Punch into the Golden Go. And, okay, Nasty Plot here? That's fine. Nuzzle! Oh, don't tell me they didn't have... Okay. Awkward. Very awkward. That's actually really bad. The fact that they have Nuzzle specifically. Oh, no. Man, if I should have went for the Kato Cleave. Okay, I do get the Pollen Puff off at least. Oh, jeez. Gotta go for a Rage Powder here, and I need a Kato Cleave into the Golden Go right here. Nuzzle's gonna be so frustrating to play around. I mean, so frustrating to play around. I should live 1+1 Make It Rain, but with Life Orb, oh no. I should live actually. No, I should live. I'm gonna go for Kato Cleave in case they Nasty Plot again. They go for Terra Steel, which makes sense too. And I want to hope that I put this in Jet Punch range. I don't think the Palm mode has Double Shock now. It's probably like Close Combat, so we'll see. Okay, they go for the Terra. Rage Powder, so I can dodge the Close Combat, which is pretty big for me. A Nuzzle, okay. Thought they would go for close combat there, but I guess it's okay. I mean, Amoonguss is going down anyway. The big question is, do I get the Kato cleave off? Because that's a really big factor. All right, make it rain. Yeah, King Gambit survives. The only problem is, do I have enough firepower for Dondozo plus Tatsugiri? I guess with Haze, I probably can, but still, I need the Kato cleave off. Kato cleave off now. Okay, nice. So I get the Kato cleave off into Golden Go. Very nice, very nice, very nice. I'm going out into Palafin because I have Jet Punch. I'm gonna double up the what's it called? The Palm Mode here, I think. I have to make aggressive plays here. And they know they're in Jet Punch range too. They might just try to get a Nuzzle off and protect with Golden Go, and that's kind of like what I'm going for right here. So double up the Palm Mode with Sucker Punch plus Jet Punch. They don't protect, but it should be fine if I get the Sucker Punch KO into the Palm Mode. Nice. Okay, cool. Like Golden Go still getting the attack off is all right here because it's not game losing, right? Okay. Make it rain. It's gonna KO my my King Gambit. My Palafin still survives. Oh, this is still very awkward. King Gambit goes down. That's all right. All right. Salamence in now. Yeah, maybe I could have. I mean, I could Sucker Punch and. Oh, they went Dondozo first. I'm kind of surprised they went Dondozo first. Okay, Salamence in. Gonna Intimidate off. All right. I mean, Tatsugiri is like the play here, I think, for my opponent. Maybe they could protect and make it rain too, which is kind of awful for me, but I think I kind of have to gamble right here. I have to gamble on whether they go into Tatsugiri or not. Actually, I should have Jet Punched, but okay, no, this works out. Okay, this works out. I think I survive any attack from the Dondozo Tatsugiri combination with the Intimidate that I got earlier. So Tatsugiri comes in. Okay. Wonder if Life Orb Dracometer gets the Dondozo. The question is, how much is Dondozo actually doing to my Mons right here? Because that's really important. As long as Palafin survives, I think we're good, but still. Order up into Palafin, which we should survive. Yeah, okay, we take it extremely well. Okay. I think we actually come back from this. Haze. So you no longer have any stat changes. We go for Tailwind. So now we outspeed the Dondozo. And now we go for a... What's better? I think Flip Turn into Dracometeor is? Yeah, Flip Turn into Dracometeor here. So Jet Punch, because I don't want to take the recoil. I think Life or Dracometeor should knock out Dondozo. Come on, man. Come on. Survive. You need to survive. Are you kidding me? Can I win? I don't think I can. Well, I can. I need a Draco Miss from the Tatsugiri, and it needs to be like some not great item. I'm gonna protect you to sell another turn tail. This game. Okay. I played pretty bad in the early parts, but come on, man. I had the end game in a really strong, but god dang it. This game sometimes. I think Life Orb Dracometeor KO'd the Dondozo after the Jet Punch chip. Then it was like Tatsugiri plus the Golden Go, and then I have like Jet Punch Dracometeor threatening, but because there shouldn't be Sash on either of those Pokemon. It should be Sash on the Palm Mode, so I feel like I was super safe. Ah, man. That's Pokemon sometimes, but that's frustrating. All right, let's go over the games. Game 1 went very smoothly as my defensive pivots were amazing as I denied taking too much damage and Murkrow was not able to do much on the field, so I could focus on the other slot. Game 2, Salamence getting crit immediately was frustrating, but removing the Amoonguss immediately was huge as I was able to safely clean up with King Gambit and Palafin, barring another critical hit. Game 3, pivoting with Amoonguss, Salamence, and King Gambit allowed me so many options as Garganacl was left not doing much on the field while I pressured the other slot constantly. Game 4, Nuzzle Palmo was not something I was expecting, but definitely frustrating to play around. Letting the Golden Go get a free Nasty Plot was also not smart as I needed to go for the Kato Cleave there. My lead could have been improved with a Salamence lead for an immediate Intimidate into the Palm Mode, but the game was winnable if I landed my Draco Meteor, as I got the end game's call right. The team performed really well. Salamence Intimidate is something that I've explored in the format, and it is still really great just having an Intimidate mod. It really helps out against Zendozo and a bunch of other things, and the team had a lot of defensive options with the Rain, also having great offensive options with the Steel types as well. It really was a cool balance. But if you do want to try out the team, the rental code is on your screen available, and you can of course check out the details of the team and the creator down below in the description. And you can of course subscribe to the channel for more VGC content, including other teams from the San Diego Regional Championship.